starting about 15-20 minutes ago. This is going to be much of what you'll see now for the next day or so, the next 24 hours. High winds and some very heavy squally rain.
We've been tracking the storm and now hurricane since early this morning, and I can tell you that over the next few hours, we're going to see perhaps our worst weather as we get later into the night and overnight. Now, if you don't feel comfortable at home, perhaps you live in a mobile home or on one of the barrier islands in Broward County, the shelters are opened. They opened at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and Will Manso had an opportunity to stop by one of those shelters.
And we are here at Plantation Elementary School, one of the shelters here in Broward County available to the public. Right now, about 30 people have made use of this shelter, including one family, which we'll talk to in just a minute. We're here in the cafeteria area where it's set up here with a couple of TVs. You can watch. There's a VCR here to watch movies. It's just to give you an idea of what is available to folks that are thinking about coming to a shelter, in particular this one. Also, of course, as we get into the late afternoon, early evening, this is where they're cooking some nice meals for the folks, getting ready in that, some nice warm cooked meal here to make you feel at home when you're at one of these shelters. And right now I have the opportunity to talk to a shelter manager, Linda Brown, her and her husband here, the shelter managers at Plantation Elementary School. Linda, what are you expecting? What have you gotten so far from the people? And what can people expect when they come here?
Well, what they can expect is a roof over their head, a dry place to stay, and also food. We will have breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 snacks, and just comfort and safety.
Who is this available to? Like, if people are at home wondering, maybe I should get over there, who can come here?
Anybody in this area can come here. We have a number of shelters around the city, and if anybody is interested, they can certainly call the Red Cross to find out which shelter is closest to them. But we're here for the people in Plantation. A lot of people from the beach come here. And we just say that if people are coming, please bring provisions. Please bring your blankets and your pillows, whatever you need to make you and yourself and your family comfortable.
Linda, I appreciate the time and the best of luck. I know Linda's been busy, as many of the folks here. What we're going to do now is give you an opportunity to come over here. We mentioned that there are families here, and what they do here is they split it up. They have single men, single women, families, and in this room in here, the one family that has arrived so far with a small child. So as we go in here, you see the folks having a good time, trying to keep entertained as they're here. And I'm going to come on down over here. They're playing some games. Let's say hi to Carlos, by the way. This is little Carlos here, one of the first small visitors here. Carlos having a good time. Anna and Charles, his mom and dad here. And Charles, I want to ask you, what made you decide to come over here? When did you make the decision, and how are you dealing with this so far?
Well, so far it's a good decision to feel safe to sorry, and I'd rather have comfort for the baby and for the family, so we could, be in a unit where we'll be nice and comfortable.
Anna, how's little Carlos doing?
Oh, he's doing real good. He was just screaming just a few seconds ago.
He's having a good time, all right. And again, the shelter we're in here is a Plantation Elementary School, one of the shelters available. And again, if you bring your small child, they have an area here. They have the cafeteria, warm meals. So if you're thinking of coming to a shelter, again, this one is open and ready. Reporting in Plantation, I'm Will Manso, Local 10 News.
Everything in sight and whipping waves. You better believe her presence is being felt.
It's starting to pick up. We're starting to feel like a gust coming through. It feels like the storm's getting a little closer. It was just rainy before, and right now it seems like it's picking up. The clouds are moving a little bit different.
At Seafair Marina in Dania Beach, people making sure their boats are secure, so if the storm blows things around, there may be less chance of damage.
We're hoping it's going to slack out as the surge comes in, and this dock will hold together. These bigger boats here will give me some cover.
Keeping track of Katrina's every move on the minds of many, this security guard waiting to see what she has in store.
It's kind of dangerous around here. It's going to get a little bit worse than this a little bit later on.
We're back out live here again. As I tell you, these winds are really picking up. I'm trying to hold my stance here, but it's very difficult, even more difficult for my photographer. Again, police are asking people not to come out to this beach. It is absolutely not safe at all. They have blocked off the roads leading up to the beach, and as I say that, I see somebody pulling up in their car, that gentleman right there. Not a smart thing to do. Police are warning people this is exactly what they don't want to see. They don't want to have to come out here and deal with the situation, an emergency type of situation. But that's pretty much what's happening here on Dania Beach. Within the past hour, we have just noticed these winds picking up again, more than 40 miles an hour. These gusts coming through, the sand coming at us so hard that I have to turn my face because it's very painful. That's the latest situation. Reporting live. live in Dania Beach. Tiffany Tucker, 7 News.
All right, Tiffany, we'll be getting back. It's getting rough.
Poor Tiff, looks like she's having such a hard time out there. It's a similar situation over on Hollywood Beach as well. The rough surf there also picking up. Maybe we lost our shot. No, there it is. There it is. Looks like...
They're saying in our ear that it's making landfall right now in the general area of Hollywood, so we'll be getting an official pinpoint from the Hurricane Center, but we kind of thought that might be where it would make landfall. That was the forecast track.
These are live pictures right outside our backyard here in North Bay Village, and I'm guessing Chief Meteorologist Phil Farrow will be coming along to bring us the very latest on Hurricane Katrina.
We'll be back.
Next to the door, look, he is covered in sand completely. He's been watching the truck, trying to keep the doors open so you can get a view of what's going on. But as we pan across the parking lot, you can see what the force of 60, 65-mile-an-hour winds has produced. It has been non-stop since the top of the hour, and the sand has just been incredible. It's gotten everywhere, inside our truck, outside our truck. We can't even venture to see what it looks like from the front. I don't know, Mike, if you can lean forward through this opening in the door and look at the Dania Beach fishing pier, or maybe hand the camera off and see if you can see what's going on up there. You can see the force of the wind. Maybe if you can zoom in a little bit. No, the zoom's not working either. The sand is really clogging up every piece of equipment we have at the moment. But looking back out toward the parking lot, you can see how dark it is. Look at the trees as they're being blown sideways. You can't see it now, but earlier I showed you the chickee huts on top of the Dania Beach fishing pier. All the fronds have been blown off them. We see some wires dangling down there. It's really been rough. We haven't been able to venture out very far at this point. Right now, I'm looking at the winds dying down a little bit, but we still don't feel it's safe to step out of the confines of our live truck at the moment. We've just been able to observe what's been going on, but it has been rough for the last 20, 25 minutes now. And when we get out of here, we're going to be seeing sand everywhere. A new beach has been formed here in the parking lot of the Dania Beach fishing pier.
Well, that's what water and sand will do to our electronic equipment. Evan Bacon, thank you for that report. Man, they are getting pelted up there.
Sure are. As you were just looking at that real-time Doppler picture of the lower Keys, we just wanted to mention what Brian mentioned a short while ago, a tornado warning in the lower Keys. And we haven't talked much about the lower Keys, but Katrina, that big, Hurricane Katrina, affecting even the lower Keys all the way up the entire coast of South Florida.
And all the way in, as far as all the way west, as far as Doral. Leave Davalos is standing by in Doral with more force. Leave.
Yes, we are. I could tell you that things have really deteriorated here within the last half an hour. In fact, earlier this morning when I got to work today here in Doral, I could tell you there was a slight drizzle, barely any wind. Well, that has changed. Take a look at these palm trees behind us here. They've been pretty much blowing fairly steadily most of the last hour or so. Pretty strong. Also, take a look at our pond here, back here behind the station. You can see the whitecaps blowing. We're getting a pretty strong squall right now hitting us. The winds have really picked up. Again, if you do not have to be out on the roads, stay home or try to get home as soon as you can, because things are getting bad right now here out west in Doral, and they can only get worse as the evening goes on. Again, here in Doral, things have really gotten worse, have started to deteriorate within the last half an hour. We've been getting some squalls, and not as bad as up north, but really everyone should stay inside if they can. Back to you.
All right, Lee, thank you so much. Folks, we're standing by also waiting to hear from Miami-Dade.